That's all you need, dude. That's some
Quarter,
hog talk. Quarter
hey,
inch?
a
Hey.
quarter inch when you're in a pinch. That's all you need, baby.
That's a, that's some real hog talk right there to start the pod off with.
Damn.
Hey,
Quarter inch in
watch
a
yourself.
pinch. I just need a quarter inch in a pinch, and I'm good to go.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Uh,
That's some MacGruber talk, bro.
I spoke to that. I spoke to that. Gavin is on city far back with a new episode of I spoke to that. I spoke to that. Oh.
Welcome to another episode of All Smoke to That. This is episode number 10. Motherfucking MacGruber. Fuck
Big 10.
yes. Big 10 episodes. Wow. What's up, dudes? You're with Calvin. You're with Laws and Ep. And we're here. We're the All Smoke to That guys. We're the All Smoke to That buds, and we're here to talk about MacGruber. How you guys doing? What's up?
Doing good,
fantastic. I'm doing.
Another day, another dollar.
It's about getting money.
Mm-hmm.
Another inch, another pinch, baby. That's all we need.
No. No. Hey man, you've been having a great day. That's all I know.
Hey, another
Yeah.
inch, another pinch. Okay, that's what I'm here for, dude.
If I'm in a pinch, I just need a quarter inch. That's all.
Tell me what to pinch. I look around the room. You can tell. I don't care where. You can tell me what to pinch.
I'll pinch it. Oh,
We're
shit.
coming in. We're coming in hot of a good. What is it? Monday. It's a Monday today. Shit, man. Well, we watched MacGruber, and let's just get into it, dude. I don't know. Where should we start, man? MacGruber. This started off as an SNL sketch. It was an idea by I don't know if I'm ever going to say his name right, Yorma Tacone of the Lonely Island crew. They were all working at SNL around the time, and he had the idea of MacGruber, and it was like MacGyver's like brother, but instead of like making stuff out of cool bombs out of other things, he would make it out of pubes and shit. And so that was the original. That was the original idea of MacGruber, and he kept pitching it, and he kept pitching it, and nobody would bite. And then finally, like Will Forte, uh, got into it, the idea, and then this other writer, John Sullivan, came together, and all three of them kind of like got the MacGruber thing really a cooking. So that's the origin story of the MacGruber. And now what we watched and what y'all watched was the movie from 2010, made by the exact same people. This one's not
Uh,
on VHS. This is the first movie we watched that's not on VHS because they stopped making VHS movies in at end of 2006. So we had to
Crazy.
I had to open up a brand new DVD. I bought the DVD probably like I don't know 5 6 years ago, and I never opened it. It was like $4.
you just
So
had it on ice.
I had it on ice because it's usually on streaming services. So
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
but my internet was out, so I had to break out the DVD.
Good thing you had it though.
But yeah, basically MacGruber, his wife gets killed by Dieter Van Kunt, played by Val Kilmer. MacGruber's like often, I forget where he's at, just some foreign land type shit, and they come and try to get him back because the Kunt is back to blow up the world basically, and so MacGruber comes out of retirement and gets
Like
together
a
a super
classic.
jacked up team of dudes and tries to get to work. This is his team.
Dude,
Yes,
hella like
yes.
actual wrestlers in that shit too.
Yeah,
I
all
think they're all
wrestlers.
wrestlers. Yeah, they're all wrestlers. Uh,
I got a box of C4 in the back of the truck. I know it's okay because I made it my best.
yeah, I
So,
hand
bro,
packed
that
it
scene,
myself.
I hand packed it myself.
Yeah, so he
Classic.
gets together these badass dudes. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. If you haven't watched the movie, stop the YouTube, go watch the movie, and then come back. Because I'm about to
Yeah.
spoil the shit. But yeah, he gets this whole team together, packs them all in a van. They're all in there like amped to go, and he accidentally blows them all up. And it's just a hilarious scene
He's like,
when
call
he's
an
running.
ambulance.
Yeah, and he runs and he's tug tied. No, no,
Todd,
no, no.
is everyone
Fuck.
okay?
Everyone okay? Oh shit. Everything he says.
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
so
Yeah.
good. So
Chris Jericho.
yeah. So then he ends up putting the team together of Vicky St. Elmo and Piper. I forget what Sergeant Piper or whatever. And then it's Ryan Phillippe and why am I blank? Kristen Wiig, and that's
Lieutenant
that's
Dixon Piper.
Dixon Piper, and that's the core of the movie. And then it's them trying to go against Dieter Van Kunt. I'll leave it there. If you haven't watched it, you can watch it and get all the giggles out of it. Fucking hilarious.
A classic
Um,
Val Kilmer character too.
for
dude,
real.
classic
R.I.P.
Val Kilmer.
Crushing that.
The
R.I.P.
So
scene,
good.
the scene after this when he gets, the sergeant's like, all right, MacGruber, you're like off the case or whatever. And then Sergeant Piper or Lieutenant Piper walks in. MacGruber's trying to plead and beg him, to let him on the team.
Oh
he's,
shit.
he's like, I'll let you fuck me. I'll fuck you. I'll fuck something. Like point something in the room.
Point
Tell me what
something in
you
the
want me to
room
fuck.
out. Tell me what you want me to fuck.
Yeah,
Tell me what you want me to
That's
fuck.
the best part, that one right there.
yeah. It's like the
What do you
second
want me
time.
to
Just
buy?
just tell me what you want me to. Oh my God, bro, that's a
Oh,
classic. That's a classic line. And right in the beginning,
too good.
you have DJ Newmark from Jurassic 5, little cameo.
Yep,
He's in
yep.
there cutting and scratching in the
Oh
club
shit,
scene or
that's
whatever.
right.
Yeah,
Real
he's
quick, like
real
real
quick.
quick cameo.
Dude, that's so sick.
Yeah,
For real.
he's been used in a
That was a
handful of
hard.
those movies, like where he's the DJ. And I know he's in Pop Star. He's like in Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping, another Lonely Island
Yep.
Yeah,
classic.
who did this?
And when he goes to get Vicky St. Elmo and she's singing her song, I love that song so much, dude. I made a beat out of that
Yeah,
one
it's
year.
fine.
I was gonna
It's
bring
fine.
that up too. I remember
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah, yeah. Four is the perfect number for sure. When it's two kids, me and you. I love you. Yeah, no, I remember I flipped the shit out of that. I'll have to go find that beat at some point.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so
definitely.
good. She's so funny too.
He he killed that role too, just playing like so timid and like unsure the whole time. She
Hmm.
dressed up as him. They're all him.
Dude, yeah.
I'm
When
like,
they go get coffee, that's
too
so
good.
good.
Oh, you want you tip? No, 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 no tip, no tip. Take it back, take it back.
Yeah,
No tip.
I wouldn't tip.
I'm
Dude, the
sorry. I'm
best is
sorry.
the best is when they're about to leave for the mission and he like turns. She's like, "What?" And he's like, "You're just so beautiful right now."
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dude, yeah, so good, man. Will Forte, hilarious. One of the funniest dudes. He was like one of those, like we had Will Ferrell off the SNL, and like he had a run of movies that were hilarious, and then Will Forte, I feel like, at least for me, became like that next comedian who I was like, oh, everything he does is just so funny, and he became kind of my favorite for a
Yeah.
long while. The way
I
Tim Robinson has
remember.
like slid in and kind of took over that role of like the go-to. What are the quotes or things that you guys like catch or like from the movie?
I mean, one of my favorite ones is the game has changed, but the players are the
Yes.
same.
Yes.
I don't know why that
That
gets
one
me
gets me.
every time,
And
bro.
then they bring it back on that other scene, dude. Yeah. The game changed, MacGruber, but the players are the same.
The
Dude, that
players
line's
are the
good.
same.
One of my other favorite lines is like, "You think you don't stink, but you do stink." Or he
You
says,
do
"You think your
stink.
shit don't stink, but it
Thinks
does
like
stink.
You think
shit.
your
Stinks
shit
like
don't
shit."
stink, but it does stink. Stinks like shit. Yeah, that's a great one.
That's a great one. These boys are funny.
If we're going to talk about noises, there's like a top five noise ever made in a comedic film, and I won't do it because we don't want to turn the fans away too much. But top five
Yeah,
noises ever made.
but this face kind of shows you what noise he was making. I'm gonna
Dude,
shoot.
Fun
I'm
fact,
gonna
first
shoot him.
time we watched this movie was all of us together at the Portland
Yeah.
house, at the haunted
Yep.
house. And I've never laughed that much in my life.
Oh,
I
dude.
couldn't breathe.
It,
Dude, we're laughing. This scene,
it was a great first watch like that. Like every
oh,
time I go back, I like revisit the fact that we all watched it together for the first time and like lost our shit
Hmm.
equally. Um, classic film. I mean,
both
just
scenes. There's
Classic
both. Yeah, both
MacGruber.
two
scenes.
sex
Both
scenes.
scenes.
They're back to back.
Incredible.
The sex scenes are back to
Incredible.
back.
Yeah, for real. Back to back.
I read a fact, or sorry, I can't remember if it was a fact, read something or watched the interview, and they were saying when they filmed the sex scene with Kristen Wiig that it was like so hot in the room that they were filming in the Will Forte was just like dripping in sweat. It was
But
just
like into her eyes,
shit,
I
dude.
read
And
that.
she was just like covering her face and like laughing way too much. Like it sounds so gross, dude. You're doing a fake sex scene, dude's just sweating all over you.
Yeah, way too much.
Yeah, after like I don't know how many watches this is, but I just noticed she was like trying to cover her face when she was laughing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that lost it even more.
He's like,
Crazy.
I'm gonna spill inside you, and she's like, I'm
I'm gonna
gonna spill
spill. I'm gonna
inside
spill
you.
it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
spill
Is
it.
that what he tells her to not talk?
yeah, yeah. He's like, I'm gonna
I
spill
got it. I
inside
got it.
you.
Let me do it. Let me do it. He's like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
let
spill. Let
me
me
do
do it.
it.
Let me do it.
Oh, shit.
So
Oh
good.
man, incredible film.
Oh
Dude,
man,
I love
um,
the
the Miata.
stereo. How he
Yeah,
pulls the stereo head unit out.
So good.
yeah. Every time too, and they make a point to show it like every time.
And then those one dudes broke it.
Oh yeah,
But, uh,
he's pissed, dude. He's pissed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because they
other
like
things.
tossed them out.
Other things that I say it a bunch is shut your butt. That's a great
yeah,
one.
shut your butt. That's a great one.
Yeah, I've heard
That's
you
a
say that.
classic one. I put that in a rap before. I told y'all then that was a MacGruber reference if nobody. And then I
Hmm.
love, please spread the word, you freaking turd. That's
Yeah,
Great
that
one.
freaking turd.
no, that's a good one.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Too many
Dude, that might
lines.
be one of the tops, I would say.
that's a
Other than
top.
the obvious, fuck you, dude.
Fuck
Yeah,
you, dude.
that's a
I'm gonna
That's
rip
my
your
classic.
fucking
favorite.
dick off and put it in your mouth. That's a great. That's great.
Dude,
You
and the
know,
best too is because he doesn't use guns. Never, he
no,
just doesn't do it.
he
But
frowns upon them. I don't
But
use guns.
yeah, but he only doesn't use guns because he doesn't know how to use them.
Yep,
And when
as
they
we
give him a
know
gun,
by that
when he
scene.
gives him the two guns, he's just shooting like crazy. And he throws
What?
them. He's
Yeah, he
playing.
says a line right there. That is crazy. I can't remember it.
Uh, yeah, man. So I guess we're on kind of a tear of SNL comedies,
yeah,
but
not even
we're
on
not trying
purpose
to do
either.
that. Yeah, it's just flowing that way. You put laws right there.
Like he's choking, just holding me.
Yeah, dude. So and like
Perfect.
Crazy.
oh, the other thing is the writer John Sullivan. So that's Yorma, that's fucking Will Forte, and then John Sullivan. If you want to know what he looks like, he's in one of the sketches for I Think You Should Leave, the one
All
where
true.
they pulling into the parking spot and Tim doesn't know how to drive, you know, and the guy's yelling at
Damn.
him. He's like, "Just move your
Yeah.
car." And he's like, "I don't know how to do it.
You
It
I
don't
does
don't know
hurt."
how to do that.
It's a horn. I don't know that, do I?
Yeah. Yeah. Nope, you're just
Dude,
yelling
okay,
at me.
that's crazy. I didn't know
You just
that.
want to yell. Yeah. So
That's
that's
wild.
John
Yeah,
Sullivan.
Damn.
wow.
Little tidbit for you, a little factoid boy uh s- situation. Dude. And then I also heard Val Kilmer and lived at Will Forte's house for like a good 4 or 5 months. It was only supposed to be
Really?
like only supposed to be like a few weeks. Ended up
Just
living
That's
there
stay
for like
there while they shoot.
3 to 5 months. No, this was like after the movie has been shot and everything. This was like a few years later or
oh
something
damn.
like that. Yeah,
They kicked
because
it for real.
Yeah, Val Kilmer was like selling one of his houses before he moved into another house, and so he was like, "Can I just like come and stay at your house for a few weeks?" And ended up like living there for like 3 to 4 months, I think it was. Will Forte talked about R.I.P. Val Kilmer as well. Legend,
Yeah,
Legend.
a legend,
that's
mate.
that's crazy. That's a great factoid boy right there.
Dude, that was a good fact.
Yeah, dude, and
That's funny too.
yeah, he told a story about like Will would go was going on runs, and then Val Kilmer like wanted to go was like, "Oh, I'll go on a run with you," but like he was in like a freaking white linen suit, like a straw hat type shit and flip flops. And Will Forte was like, like, well, you want to get changed before we go? And he's like, no, I'm ready to go. And they went and like ran down like, Malibu or Santa Monica, wherever they live along the beach. And then Will Forte like ran ahead, came back to meet him and just sees Val Kilmer just like running in a full on suit, just like jogging down the fucking thing. He just sounded like a cool ass dude.
Cool ass dude. He said, "No,
Yeah.
I can wear in the suit. I'm chilling. Like,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's get it."
Straw hat.
Yeah, dude.
That's tight.
Freaking MacGruber, man. Another one of my favorite things is like when there's explosions, there's like a kind of sound that happens like it's like a jaguar scream or something. I fucking love that.
Rare. Yeah, in the background.
Yeah, like, so every time there's an
Rare.
explosion. Yeah.
Right
That's like
underneath
us
it.
putting a tiger roar.
Yeah, it's like a
And
Pretty
tiger, like
good.
also,
exactly.
all the explosions were real too. They're really blowing up cars and stuff because,
That's
they didn't
sick.
have CGI money.
That's sick, dude. Yeah, I did see that Yorma said that he had to like watch the DVD commentaries of like movies from the 80s and shit to find out like how to because they had like a $10 million budget, so he wanted to know like how to film it, like how do they make those movies look so sick with low budgets? And he said every scene they would just like wet the streets, and then if they were in a room, they would just like make it real smoky. He was like, if you watch like Lethal Weapon and those kind of movies, he's like the streets are always wet, and there's always like
Yeah.
smoke for no reason, but it just makes it look cool.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
So
true.
sure.
It
It
does.
works.
yeah, I was like,
It
oh
works for
shit,
sure.
Oh,
yeah, I
fog
want to go,
machine.
yeah, I want to go back and
Hmm.
watch those and see if there's
Yeah, I
any
want to. I want to rewatch it with
shits.
the commentary on.
Yeah, dude.
I like to do that after I've seen a
Yeah,
movie,
shit, yeah.
quite a few times. I like to watch it with the commentary, see what the director and stuff had to say.
Yeah, I was gonna do
That's
that
a good
this
one.
time, but I didn't.
Next time.
Next time.
Next time, dude.
If you guys seen the commentary, let us know what you thought about the commentary in the comments.
Yeah, comment about the commentary in the comments, please.
I would like
Leave
to
us a
know.
leave us a comment on the commentary. Uh,
But yeah, you
heck,
said it
dude.
made $10 million and it looked like it
No, it
grossed
cost $10 million.
the
Cost
budget.
10 million.
I meant the budget, my bad. The budget
Oh
was
yeah,
10
yeah.
million, but it made 9.3 million.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a flop.
But became a
Hmm.
cult classic though.
It's like all Lonely Island movies. Not necessarily this is a Lonely Island movie, but like this one, Hot Rod, Pop Star are all just like fucking hilarious.
So good. Hot Rod, so
So
good.
good. And yeah, they all did terrible at the box office. But they're all
It did really bad. Really
they
bad.
all did really bad in the bombed, but hilarious. But hilarious. Hot Rod fucking
So
hilarious.
Hot
hilarious.
crazy.
Yeah, dude. Well shit.
The soundtrack was
Definitely.
hard too.
The MacGruber soundtrack or the Hot
Hmm.
Rod soundtrack?
The MacGruber,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh
Great
yeah.
soundtrack.
Yeah, a lot of great 80s songs. You gotta take me home tonight. What a fucking banger.
Hmm.
That
You
song's
expect him to
great.
roll up in some hard shit. He's just playing. Like, like rip some throats out.
Yeah.
Classic. Classic.
Yeah.
Too
He's a
good.
he's a he's a badass. Shit, man, I'm
Did
trying to
you?
smoke to that. What do you got? You
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
something?
No, I was just gonna ask if you guys ever watched MacGyver growing up.
Never. Never.
I
No.
de I definitely did. I'm a little older though.
Well, I know that. I mean, I know. I get that. I get that from like. I know that's how they where MacGruber was coming from. But I was like, I don't know
Hmm.
what the fuck they're referencing at the time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then going back, I was like,
Mm.
No,
okay, yeah, yeah, I see it to a
me
T,
and me
Well,
and
to
my
a
brother
T.
definitely watched it.
well, And they're referencing so many other like, you know, just like move like fucking action flicks from the 80s and 90s in this movie. And they just kind of
Yeah,
go through
yeah.
the motions of like all the things. It's kind of almost like a Hot Shots Part
Mm,
2, Naked
Yeah.
Gun. It's like
Hmm.
almost in that realm of like
you
kind
make
of
a
like
gun on
here's
the
here,
way.
yeah, here's yeah, new Naked Gun. Here's all the scenes that you would normally see in these kind of movies, but flipped in a funny way.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
which like, are usually pretty fucking funny movies.
I'll go
So
back and watch MacGyver now. Gotta give it a little peek.
eh, eh,
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
know, if you
eh,
if
maybe
you
don't
want
have
to.
to, but
Hey,
yeah,
look it up on YouTube.
Me and Milk were gonna do an album, Milk MacGyver,
yeah.
and I was
I
just gonna
remember that.
sample a bunch of MacGyver skits and shit.
Needs to happen
But
still.
it didn't happen.
No, we did Cocaine Cobra.
Yeah,
Freaking Cocaine Cobra. You know what? I'll smoke to that.
there it
Smoke to
is.
that.
I'll smoke to that. I'll smoke to that. Calvin and Laws and Ep are back with a new episode of I'll smoke to that. I'll smoke to that.
Yeah,
Oh, and we're back.
yeah, there it is.
There we go. Smoke down, dude.
Dude, I think I needed that bong hit.
Yeah, as we all do. As we all do. Well, should we? Oh, another line that I love before we rate the movie is when the lieutenant or the sergeant's like, "I'm telling you, Mac, he's clean." He goes, "Yeah, clean as a pig's dick."
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
What kind of fucking response is that?
oh, that's so good.
That was a good one.
Dude,
I had to write that one down. I'm like, that's fucking funny.
That just
And
made me
then,
think of another one.
huh.
When they, I can't remember who it was that got killed, but he was like, dead at the time. Who gives a fuck?
Oh shit. It's so good.
Yeah,
And I
that's
bet you he
fucking
just
good
made
too.
that up on the spot too.
So good.
Gives a fuck.
Who
It's
gives a fuck?
Man,
Too good. Too good.
Gruber. The freaking Groobs. All right, what should we rate this bad boy?
yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
get to
hit
rating.
the- Do we hit it with the rating? Let's hit it
Yeah,
with
this
the
is a
rating.
good rating background.
Or what
So
about this one? Which one you like better?
I think the other one for rating.
Yeah,
And
both of them for sure. The last, they're matching suits. She wish I had the other one of homeboy. Forget what homeboy's name is, but she was
hmm.
dressed up as him
Oh
in the all black
yeah.
get up with the mustache. That shit is
Yeah,
too
dude.
good.
That shit's
She's
so
like, no, yeah, you
funny.
go, come on. She's like,
Man, as soon as she walks through the door, it's not Lars.
it's not hard.
Not
Yeah, yeah. They won't
even a
recognize you.
second. Yeah, they won't recognize you at all.
Oh
Oh, that's
yeah.
good, dude.
The mustache was so good. As soon as they
Too
walk in. Yeah.
Yeah.
good.
Oh, that's
Oh,
funny, man.
Uh,
All right,
it's
well,
but
so
shit.
good.
Let's get to rating this bitch. Lazi, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll set it off. All right.
Hmm.
This time I'm gonna start it with 5 bong hits.
yeah,
Can't forget the bong hits.
okay.
All right.
Don't forget the
One
pocket.
one detachable car stereo head unit
Sick.
and a solid throat rip.
That's a good
Damn,
one.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, shit. I
All
guess
right, what do you
you,
got?
you got it on deck. You ready?
No, you're up, bro.
Okay. Well, I got to switch one up. So I think I'll go one taken back tip. Um, three, three, three Tazo teas.
Oh, I had that too. That's good. That's fire.
Oh, Tazo tea, Tazo tea.
Yeah, Tazo tea. So good.
Um,
So
Large
good.
Tazo tea.
large Tazo tea. Yeah, three large Tazo teas and one. I'll do it calmly. Yeah, one of them. 10 of them. 10 of them. Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit. Oh.
That's so good, dude.
It's
I
so
saw
good.
that. I
Especially like
saw
the
that.
length. The
I saw
never
that he
mind.
said they wrote that out. He was like very specific about how many grunts he wanted to do. Like, was this too many? Is it too little? So they were
Oh
very
my, so
specific
many
about the
grunts.
yeah. And how it
So
slows
many
down
grunts.
and then one
Bro.
last release.
Oh yeah,
Damn, that's yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta immediately. I gotta go, dude. Oh man, that's
Dude,
good, dude.
solid. That was good.
That was good.
Uh,
Do I
Jeez,
go first?
dude. I guess I'm ready to pound some cunts. So I will do
there
my.
you go.
I will do my rating.
God. Oh shit.
Uh,
We'll start it off with seven bong hits because I do love this movie. So I'm gonna give it a little seven bong hits.
It's
I'm gonna
worth
give it.
it.
It's worth it. I'm gonna give it one 20-pound python. I'm gonna get.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna give it an upper decker. You know,
Oh,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
gotta
yeah.
give it an upper decker, a saxophone solo,
There we go.
and one celery stick up the butt.
I washed it
Uh,
off.
Washed it off. Uh,
Oh shit.
So that's the rating. That's MacGruber. Also with the celery stick. Uh, I guess when they were writing the movie,
Oh shit.
they were watching MacGyver, and there was a scene where MacGyver had a bunch of things out where he was like making some weapon or whatever, and there was like a carrot stick, and the person was like, MacGyver, what's the carrot stick for? And he was like, because I'm hungry, and ate it or whatever. And so they took that little idea and turned it into him putting a celery stick. Basically, he gets naked and puts a celery stick in his butt and walks out and does the robot.
and there's a
And
diversion.
Too
yeah, and it's
good.
a
Too
diversion.
good.
And then he takes a bite out. Uh,
Uh,
and the other thing I
yeah,
saw about it was that I guess I'm Factoid Boy today. Was
they're killing it.
Will Forte said they were filming and there was some dude who kept like, making sure the celery stick was, he was like the celery stick handler. Uh, and then was like wondered who it was, and it was like they didn't know who it was. It wasn't like somebody who like it was just some dude. It wasn't like a guy. He wasn't supposed to be doing that. It was like some PA, and he like took and then he took all the celery sticks. So Will doesn't know like what happened to the celery stick.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's like, I don't
Wow,
know
that's
he's like, I don't know
crazy.
if the guy threw them away or if he took them or what.
He kept him. He made a stew with those celery sticks.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
That's
And in this
crazy.
and in the scene, Will Forte's mother showed up with two of her friends to watch them film, and this happened to be the scene they were filming.
Yeah, and he really, had it.
Yeah, and
Oh,
It
he
wasn't
comes out of
CGI.
no, it
yeah,
wasn't
that was not a
CGI,
C,
dude.
not CGI.
It was
It was
That
BGI.
was real stick to butt. That was real stick to butt. Crazy. I washed it off before. That's
They said it
smoking the
almost got
celery
amazing.
stick,
cut.
bro.
They almost cut the celery stick. They're almost
Damn,
like,
dude.
no. The execs were like, no.
Yeah, they
But
had to
Will
keep it.
Forte
I'm glad
fought
they
for
kept
that.
it.
Dude, I just got 3 kills. That was good, dude. Well, shout out to Will Forte
Yeah,
and
big shout out.
Yorma
Yeah,
and Kristen Wiig and everybody else who probably would never watch this podcast, but we'll
Lawrence
shout you out
Fishburne.
anyway. Yeah, well, he's not in it till the TV show.
Oh, you're right. I'm tripping.
Yeah,
Well, Lawrence
so
Fishburne.
we're gonna sh- we're gonna shout him out anyway.
Fuck
But
it.
yeah,
Yeah, fuck it.
hope y'all enjoyed MacGruber. And shit, man. Look at us. Look at these boys. 10 episodes deep. Got the Cobra. We've got the Owl. You got the Tiger. You got the Thunderbird.
That hurt. That
Everybody's,
hurt to do. That was
everybody's
crazy.
ripping tubers. Yeah, dog.
Dude,
It's
if you're
crazy,
on
man.
a Thunderbird, of course you
Wait,
are.
isn't the boy the owl boy? Is it? Oh shit, dude! You got me out. You got me out here looking like an owl, dude. You got me out here looking like a boy, dude.
Yeah, dude, you're a white spotted owl, dude.
Wait a minute, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You
Check you
that's
out.
that's a
Check you
boy. You got me out here looking like the boy in Canada, dude. He's having a tough time right now, dude. The boy in Canada is having a tough time right now, dude.
No,
Dude.
dude, you're a white spotted owl, dude. He's a different kind
We
of owl,
could.
dude.
Oh, okay.
Dude.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
boy will have his comeback too. Don't count the boy out. Don't count the boy out.
Hey, Hey, hey. Oh, what a movie, MacGruber.
Ah, wonderful. Wonderful film. Well, what's up? What else y'all been up to, man? What's else is going on in the world of y'all?
You know, uh, we're just out here watching these NBA finals.
Mm,
Very boring yet entertaining NBA finals.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now the series is tied 2-2. OKC took it. Don't want them to win because we out in the Northwest, to all the listeners and viewers out there, there was this thing called the I-5 rivalry,
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
was the Sonics and the Blazers. But we always fuck with the Sonics. Nobody that I
yeah.
grew up with, nobody that you knew hated the Sonics. We loved them, and they always had the ill jerseys. I mean, so yeah, off that alone, I gotta go Pacers in 7 because we don't fuck with OKC.
Damn. You know, I have to agree with you.
Yeah,
It's, you can't. Like, how can we? How can you fuck with OKC? Like, it's nothing
mm-mm.
against the people on the team, the
Yeah,
city.
for sure.
Just like you stole the freaking Sonics. You
Yeah,
freaking stole the Sonics from us. I
shout
wonder if
out to
they'll actually get a
JB
team
from
back.
OKC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely happening. It's. I mean, just saw that post of Deadlift Shrimp ripping his shirt open with the Sonic shirt. Like, I think that they're
Okay.
definitely scheming on the low, but like, it's
Dude, that would be
yeah,
so sick.
it'd be crazy, super hype.
Dude, it makes me think of Skybox cards. They were so sick. And I always think of the Sean Kemp card.
The Lightning
Yeah.
Bolt one,
Yeah, dude. That was
fire.
sick.
So
That was the
sick.
first NBA game I ever went to was a Supersonics game at the Key Arena.
Damn, really?
That's,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
tight.
I remember I cried. I was like 6 or 7 years old, and I was so hyped to be at the back to
Yeah,
be watching NBA live. I was like, oh
Dude,
my God, this is so sick. I was like just happy tears. Crazy.
got emotional.
I got
hell
emotional.
yeah.
I rapped about it. I rapped about it on Stoner of the Year on the song called
Hmm.
Key Arena. Yeah.
Sick.
Yep.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's a sick fact that I didn't know.
On all your
Yeah.
DSPs now.
Yep. Go
Yes.
listen. Stoner of the Year. Yeah, we used to go up to because we have family up in Seattle and friends up in Seattle, so we go up there a lot. And a few summers I would go and stay with a family friend, and they would take me to like the Sonics basketball camp. That shit was sick. You get to like meet some of the players, and you'd be like the coach, like coaches would be teaching you and all this other shit. It was hella fun.
That's super sick.
That's when I was a little baller, little B baller. But
Hoop, hoop, hoop was life. Hoop was life for sure.
wasn't it?
I just shot threes. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Very well at that. Very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was a shooter.
You're a shooter. You gonna shoot, player? You gonna shoot?
Damn,
I'm just
everything
curious.
just full circle. That's
I'm just curious.
crazy.
That's all. I'm just curious.
I'm gonna shoot.
Well, that's an interesting segue because if we're talking basketball, bro, we're talking about how Green Team first ever even came together was through basketball.
Yeah, exactly. Community basketball, right?
Community basketball league. Like, so basically, I lived in Portland, and Laws lived in the Tron,
Yep.
and we met a few times and hung out, but then I started going out to the Tron a little bit more, and we were cooking up. And me and F was we were all going out there. We were making records, and then and that summer became a basketball league that
Yeah,
most of
Yeah,
you
just
guys were.
yeah.
all the homies decided they're like,
Mhm.
Craig.
let's do the rec ball. Yeah, it's rec ball and
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Craig,
yeah,
Anon played,
Yep.
Benny.
Benny.
So there was a league, and the team was called the Wolfins because
Yep.
they were a wolf top half a wolf and the bottom half a dolphin. So it
Yeah,
was the
that's right.
Wolfins. So they were the Wolfins. Me and Laws weren't playing on the team. I played one game, but we were basically like we would just show up, smoke weed, and watch our homies play basketball, and I would like yell at the refs and shit too. We were having fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we almost got kicked out.
We
It was
almost
a
got kicked
blast.
out of a few times, yelling at the ref.
I would always feel like looking around like, who's fucking saying that?
Yeah, exactly. You yell it and then do that. Uh, but me and Lots would like show up and smoke hella weed in the whip before we like go into these games and watch the games. And we became like the green team. It was like they were the Wolfins, and then we were just jokingly calling ourselves green team, and that just kind of stuck around. And that's been like our production crew and our like the music we release is, Green Team Official, Green Team Forever, Green Team Adventure, Worldwide. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and that
Boat
was
Life.
like 2010, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
hmm That was
Yes.
like 2010, like right when we started basically kicking it.
Yeah, like right
So
away.
yeah, so that's basically like the origins of Green Team and how it started. And that league, I mean, you could do a whole episode on that league. So much happened in those games.
Oh
Like one
man.
time there was a there was a dude and he only had one arm,
Oh
and he
shit! I
and he was busting everybody's
he was
ass.
He was
he
He
was
was
crossing
nasty.
over.
He
he was
was
busting.
nasty.
Dude, he was mad. He was
Wow,
doing the
that's
cross. He was
crazy.
crossing people over. He was chefing up on
Yeah,
the court, and it was like, yo,
fantastic
this is
memory.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So shout out to that dude because he was just balling.
Yeah, I remember shouting at the ref, three in the
Yeah.
key. Because
Yeah,
he was
three
like
in the
whooping
key,
us.
dude.
He was whooping
Yeah.
us. I was like, we gotta stop this guy.
Yeah, dude, three in the key.
And then we look
We
Uh,
got to
around
take
and
his knees
the
out.
ref was like, you can't three in the key like that. He's
yeah,
like, you
he's like,
guys are
that's not even,
wrong.
yeah, he's like, it's not even a thing.
I'm like, come
How
on.
it doesn't work. We're like, please,
Come on,
dude.
bro. Here's one
Uh,
arm.
yeah, dude. And then there was another game we went to, and me and Laz and Benny pulled up, and we were smoking a bunch of bong hits in the Xterra, and then we go in the gym, we're watching the game. Like midway through the game, this dude just starts running towards the door, and he tries to open this door like mid game,
Oh
and it
yeah, the
just
emergency exit door.
emergency exit, but it won't open, and then he just throws up, and it just splatters all over the door, and now he's got to
It's a
turn around,
glass door and it goes
dude.
straight and then every
Well,
way that
well,
direction. We out of there.
well, we didn't
So
run
we,
out that quick because what happened was this dude did that, and then that door didn't open. He turns around. Now he's like running. He has to run all across the court to the other exit. He's like throwing up on the court. He runs out the exit, and then me and Laws go to follow it or like to go get out of the. We're like, oh shit, we're out of here. And when we get like towards where the exit is, this dude's like throwing up like everyone like all on the floor and
yeah,
shit,
the
dude.
hall, there's like a pile just taking up the whole hallway. I remember I grabbed, there was like a rug over there, like a long runner rug. Went and I
Yeah,
just tossed it over and we all just dipped out.
it
Damn.
was crazy,
It
bro.
was insane. And
I
when
never
it
seen anything
Wow.
like that.
when it shoot, shot the door, I remember it went everywhere. And I remember at that
In the
moment, that's when
shoot.
we jumped out of the way. And I
Oh,
just
were
see
we
it
like close to
hitting.
him?
We were on the
Yeah.
bench right by the door.
Oh
And we
shit.
both just darted away real quick because we're like, whoa. And it went like all over
Mans
people's
was
like
hungover.
bags and
Oh
oh,
shit. Damn, dog.
Mans was definitely hungover.
it
That's
was
crazy.
crazy.
That was
I
crazy.
vaguely remember that. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. I
Yeah,
also
then we're
puked
out.
at one of the games too, but nobody knew.
Was it the first game?
It was the first game, I think, and I was like subbing in for somebody, and I'm like, oh, I'll play, but I was like out of shape and overweight at the time, and so and I hadn't played basketball in a while, and I remember got on the court and like ran some plays, and it was maybe like the second quarter, and I'm in there running some plays, and you know Benny would always
Yeah.
do this to tap out. I remember just
Yeah.
running past the bench doing this. I just ran straight to the bathroom and just
I do remember that. I
Dude,
do remember that.
yeah.
Benny going like
I
that
just
too.
am
But
like, I'm out of here, bro.
Benny's hand was like, the B-boy
Super
thing.
Yeah,
fast. Yeah. Super fast.
yeah, dude.
That's amazing. Wow.
He said, "Poop
Yeah,
bathroom."
And that was
I was
it.
like,
You never played
that was
again.
it.
You never
No,
played
I was
again. That
like,
was it.
nah, that was cool. I'm like, I think I need to get in shape first.
Yeah, you're like,
Before I
let's
do
just
that,
make bong heads.
dude. And it was like I had just, moved up to Portland. I had just met all of these people, and I'm like, I'm about to embarrass the shit out of myself in front of like all of the new homies if I yak on the court. So at least I had
Oh,
the
for sure.
wherewithal. At least I had the wherewithal to just like, because I think other people might be embarrassed and try to like play it off and like just like, oh, bro, like walk. But I knew I was like, I got to keep this steady pace,
Mhm.
So, well,
tap
And
out, and
and
just
nobody would have cared. Nobody would have cared. It would have been like, oh yeah,
I don't
that shit
know.
no.
happens.
He could have been the guy we just talked about.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Never
That's what
seen
I'm
him
saying.
That's
again.
different. Hey,
You wouldn't care now
yeah.
because you know me and we've been friends for a long time.
I
But
wouldn't
in
care
the
then.
well, you wouldn't have cared. Yeah, I know you wouldn't have cared. Laws would have
I would have
Laws
hated.
cared.
would have judged.
I didn't know him yet, but it kicked in already.
He's like,
You
Birdie's
mean that's
still out. I might judge this dude if he peeks everywhere.
I'm like the last person to judge anyone.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
You
no, for sure.
mean puke boy over there?
Yeah. Uh,
Dude, that's funny.
cute
Good
The
boy.
times.
the worst part about that too is I puked on my shoes
Ah,
because I
Oh
ran in
damn.
and the bathroom was gross. So I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna stand over, and then I puked and it kind of hit the side of hit the
ah.
side of the toilet bowl and just splashed on my LeBrons, and I was like, ah,
Yeah,
Well, we've
yeah.
all done it, dude.
wild times. Wild
And then I
times.
left, dude. I just left. I didn't even come back for the game. I
I
just
don't think
left.
anybody even noticed.
I don't think anybody noticed either. I just did.
He's like,
I
oh
was like,
shit.
yeah,
Well,
I'm
you
leaving,
know,
dude.
I'm out of here. Fuck basketball.
Fuck the
I was like,
Wolfen.
That's it.
I'm like, oh, I'm overweight and out of shape. I need to go get in shape,
Oh
man.
yeah. Also, Mark, Stees, and
So,
Burbs were there.
yep,
Mark Steven Verbs are there. Yeah.
yep.
Great diggers.
Shout out to the
Great
Steve brothers.
diggers,
Brother Stees.
Great
man.
diggers for sure. The brother Steve.
That's what I like to call
That's
him.
That's a
that's
good one.
so
I like
funny.
that one a lot. Damn,
Hey,
that's a
man.
great time.
Hey, man. Don't fucking
Team
steal
was
that.
horrible. Team was
Yeah, the
horrible.
team was horrible, dude. Team was horrible.
Team
They
was
had a good
horrible. But
time
we had a
though.
blast.
Oh man,
We
dude,
would go
we
back.
had
We would go
fun.
back to Laws's crib. Fools would just kick it. We'd end up making a song or something.
hmm
You
Or
know,
we go
make
to
some
like Big
beats, listen to
Al's.
some beats.
That's
Go
the
to Big
same time
Al's.
as Ferrari Fridays.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, Big Al's. Damn, good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good times. The
Yeah.
Tron was
Sure.
a good,
The
good
freaking
place.
Tron, dude.
Shout out to
The
Reedville
freaking
Park.
hmm
dude, that's sick. Well, you know what?
Oh, it's
I'll
that
smoke to
time. It's
that.
that time. Yep, yep.
I'm gonna smoke to the Tron trips, and then we're gonna come back and hear a fucking fact from Thunderbird Kelly himself.
Dude, I'm stoked.
I'll smoke to that. I'll smoke to that, yeah. Counting laws and alphabet with a episode of I'll smoke to that.
It is a true origin story too.
I'll smoke to that.
For real.
Hey,
It
some
is
of it can be embarrassing.
it's more funny now. I wouldn't feel embarrassed until you just said that. Thanks, Laws.
Dude, it's embarrassing. It's
See, I
embarrassing.
knew you would have judged me.
Yeah, it would have.
I
It would have
told
been
you I
like, you
would.
see what that fucking dude from Eugene did?
Yeah,
The
dude.
one that
Hey.
ran away, tapped out.
Homie Rick.
You see him? He tapped out faster than Benny.
Dude, cruising.
Dude, that's
Oh
funny.
man. That was a good smoke break. Uh, let's get into it. Well, I guess we just gonna go straight into another segment. Let's do it. Fuck it. You just got stoned. Now let's hear from TBK, Thunderbird Kelly. I want to know the random fact of the day.
And now, a TBK random fact of the day. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? On today's random fact, we are talking about the legendary Atlanta duo Outkast. I don't know if you knew this, but Outkast was meant to be a group of three with a third artist by the name of Kilo Ali. But the problem is, Kilo Ali kept on trying to battle Three Stacks. That's a bad idea. I don't know where he is today, but he know what he did, and he know you don't want to battle. You don't want to. You know, y'all have a good day now. Bye.
TBK.
Oh my goodness, TBK. I hope you're all right, my friend. That was sounded like a rough
Yeah, I hope
cop.
he's good, man. It's like he must have had a rough morning with MacGruber. What's going on over there?
I don't know. He did sound a
Second,
little
and I don't
hoarse.
know. He was a
He
little
did sound a little
hoarse there
hoarse.
at the end.
He was a
Dude,
little
could you
hoarse.
imagine Outcast with a third member? They're just so perfect, just the
No,
two of them.
yeah, that's crazy. Just to even think about that, that would have,
I didn't know that.
it might have ruined it. Yeah,
Quite possibly.
first time hearing that one.
Never know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I mean, a
But I
sick name
knew
though.
I
Kilo
heard of
Ali,
him.
great name.
I've heard them talk about him. I think on the Organized Noise documentary,
Yeah.
which was a
Oh, okay.
really good documentary. I want to see if that's on anything because it was up
Yeah,
for
I
a
feel like I
while
haven't
and
watched it in
then
a while. Took
it
it
was
down.
gone. It was
It was
sick.
on Netflix for a while, but I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
What's you guys' top three in order? One, two, three Outkast albums off top because we.
Yeah, off top. All right, I'm going AT Aliens because that was the
Uh-huh.
first album I had. My brother had Southern Playlistic, but ATLs, that was like the first one that I heard and was like, oh, it's crazy front to back. And then Aquemini. The older I get, the more Aquemini gets like, almost
Hmm.
even. But and then I guess Southern Playlistic because that was what my brother listened to a lot too. But ATLiens is something that we listen to a
That's
lot
your
as a family.
top shop.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm running with ATLians first because my pops and I just remember like coming back from like football practice, like that was I was just blown away. I remember the first time I heard elevators and I was like, whoa, what is this? And
Yes.
because I had heard of him before, because I remember him bumping like Southern Playalistic too, and I kind of knew. I remember Players
Yeah.
Ball as a kid, and then 3 years
Hmm.
later that comes out. ATL and like changed the game, like crazy, crazy consistent album. Second pick, I gotta go. Damn, that's a that's tough. Which is it? Stankonia or Aquemini that has which one has Mamacita and Rosa Parks?
Mamacita.
Is
Aquemini.
that
Yeah.
that's
That's
Aquemini? Yeah, that is
Yeah.
yeah.
Aquemini. Yeah, yeah. So Aquemini second, and I gotta
Hmm.
third. I gotta go Love Below Speaker Box. I'm just putting them together, lumping them in like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
That is the
package.
Outkast album. Yeah, that's good. Those are good.
Love,
That's a good top three.
Love Below, like Dre just showed. It was like, okay, this guy might be the best at it right now, like hands down.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and they just brought a sound that they already had a sound that hip hop had never heard, it seemed like, at least for me as a kid.
Hmm.
But when that shit came out, man, crazy.
It was unavoidable.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I remember first listen, I wasn't sure what I thought because it was so different than any of the other albums. But then it
right.
Yeah,
grew on me.
yeah. Because you were used to Outkast, like that was what you kind of enjoyed about Outkast was just like every album's gonna be different and
Right.
elevated, and that one was so far like, oh, this dude barely even rapping on any of these songs, but it was
Right.
still
Hmm.
once you just like accepted it for what it
Accepted
was,
it.
like, oh, it's great music. This is just great music instead of like what you
Exactly.
want it
Exactly.
to be, you know.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Outkast,
Yeah.
Outkast is fire for that. Like I like both kind of artists. Like I love artists like Currency who kind of like you know what you're getting from him, but it's quality, and it's like so it's like I'm going there for this. And then
Hmm.
Outkast, it's like they're just I'm like, oh, when they would come out, you're like, I don't know what I'm getting, but I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be quality.
Yep,
No
exactly.
Uh,
doubt.
I would say my top three is Aquemini's number one for me.
Hmm.
That's my favorite Outkast album. And he's 10 years old when it came out, and just like I just love that record so
Crazy.
much.
Crazy.
It's
And
amazing.
it's
I always want to point out the title track, Aquemini. That
Whew.
song is
Fire.
probably my favorite Outkast song.
Yep,
Insane.
Andre's
yep.
verse is insane.
My mind often
Versus,
being kept. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oof,
Hmm.
Insane. That verse is
Yep.
so
That verse is so
crazy.
man.
So
One of
crazy.
those ones I ran back a million times. Like, oop, gotta
hmm
rewind that verse one more time. Like the way that flow sits and what he's saying and everything. Wow.
crazy.
So yeah, I
Insane.
say Aquemini, and then Stankonia is my number two. That album's my shit. And same kind of thing when it came out. It was just like me and all the homies just bumped it so much. It was just like that's how these like top albums are anyway. It's not necessarily like that's the best record across the board for anybody. It's like what
Hmm.
resonated with you the most at the time when it came out, or like
Yeah,
how you and your friends listened to it, or whatever the
exactly.
experiences
Because
were around it.
we had to get it on CD. So it's like, which one
Yep.
did you get? That's the one you probably listened to the most.
Yeah, and the music videos were like popping. Like Rosa Parks was a big hit.
Hmm.
Um, this shit was popping the joint with Raekwon. He
Oh
B.O.B.
would on the
yeah.
bo he
Feel
would on the
yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Hmm.
Uh,
Remember this slow flow. Yeah. Crazy.
Odie Dopalicious. And yeah, and Stankonia, same thing. It's just like fucking sick record. And then number three is probably will be AT Aliens.
Yeah. Yeah. I
There's
liked
really
every
no
album you
wrong
guys
picks.
mentioned.
There's no
Yeah,
wrong picks.
No, there's
exactly.
All the
no
albums
wrong
great.
pick. Well,
Uh,
unless you said Idlewild.
Yeah, that one's just yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, you could say that you like that album, but if it's in your top three,
Right. Also, the the what is it? Big Boy and Andre present Outcast.
I
oh,
almost put that as
the
I almost put that
compilation,
as
the
number
greatest
three.
hits, the
Dude,
I
greatest
almost put
hits.
that as
the
There's
number
greatest hits,
joints.
three.
and it had like a track two. I can't remember what it's
Hey
called.
ya, it had yeah, try two's crazy, but
Funkin'
yeah, hey
around.
ya,
Yeah.
funking around,
We get to funkin'
I
around.
have that in my CD player in the whip right now because I
amazing.
wanted to hear that song.
Out of
Also,
bounds.
speaking of
Roller
songs,
skate.
one that went crazy, synthesizer. That was my shit. I remember
Hmm.
going to the Myers Boys and Girls
Synthesizer.
Club, and we'd have like control the music Friday night.
Uh-huh.
Put that on, going crazy, missing buckets. What airballing,
Yeah, dude.
loving it,
Yeah, boss.
having a blast.
Synthesizer. Yeah.
Dude,
Fire.
I love that shit.
Yeah, that song is crazy.
I remember getting it just being like, "Oh yeah, this is perfect."
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were
they went crazy.
just on a run. It's crazy.
Hmm.
Like
They're on a
everything was
wild ass
so
run.
good and ahead of its time, but at the right time. I don't
Hmm.
know
Yeah.
if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
artist storytelling.
Artist
Wow,
storytelling.
wow, 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 wow. Well,
That's
yo,
my
that shit
that's my
is
favorite Outkast song.
It's
that's
so
like
good.
that might be number
That
one.
hands down, that's my favorite Outkast song. That the beat is like hypnotic. It's just crazy. And I just saw I never knew what the sample was or if it was a sample. And I just saw some like video on Instagram that where they like broke down where they got the sample from, and it's just like a crazy fucking. flip. It's like something
Crazy.
you can't believe. I forget what the
That's the one you
record was,
sent
but it was
me.
just like, yeah, Santu. It was just like, what the fuck, bro?
I
Yeah.
love hearing that. Also, random fact, Teeny versus Portland, there's a song on there called Sasha Thumper.
Hmm.
And yeah, I guess, there's a lot of inspiration
Hmm.
from that. So if you're
Hmm.
listening and watching, go check that out. Check out that song, Sasha Thumper, produced by Calvin Valentine. Um, yeah, great song.
Yeah, great song.
Shout
Yeah,
out to Outkast, man.
definitely, dude. Outcast. Wow. Wow. If I knew we were
I
talking
remember
about Outcasts, I would have made an Outcast background.
same. I remember going I remember going out to Ep's
Wow.
house when you lived over by the mall and we would hit up that
Yeah, yeah.
TJ Maxx and I got this
Oh, the Aquemini. I remember
yeah, I
that.
got I got the Outcast sweatsuit, all like
Hmm.
dark gray, I think. It was so
Damn.
sick. And
I remember I had the baby blue Aquemini shirt.
it looked like the Oregon logo too.
It did. It did. That's
Yeah,
why. That's why we loved it. Like with the
with the
wings,
wings,
the O
yeah.
with the wings, fire. Yeah, I
Hmm.
had the
Hmm.
baby blue one to match my baby blue forces.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Like,
I
hmm
had a few pairs of jeans and a few of the hoodies because you get it at TJ Maxx. Like you find it at
Yeah.
TJ Maxx, you'd
And
have
the
some
TJ
Outcast.
Maxx by his house
Yeah,
always
Woo,
had crazy.
heat, heat. That's when we were getting our dunks, bro. That's like Benny and I. We were
that's
getting our
so
dunks
tight.
from like you or not TJ, but like Ross, like right around the corner,
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
yeah,
cracking off, cracking off. Special
yeah.
times.
I have got some
Dude.
shit. I have
And at
got some
that
shit from
time, all
Ross.
of us, all of us wore the same size everything.
Yeah, for
So we
real.
would just like
All the
Even
LRG,
us.
like
alternating.
Jerron, RIP to our brother Jerron. We would,
Yep.
he would come into my closet, just take the LRG shirts. I didn't care.
Yeah,
Even though one
hoodies.
of my favorite ones, I wish I could find it to this day just to have it. Do you remember, Laws? Do you remember my Punch in Wordsworth uh
Oh,
LRG
no.
shirt?
No.
What?
Woo!
I have
It was great. I think I wore it to school like maybe twice,
That's
and then I
so
don't know what
sick.
happened to it.
and I have
Yeah,
a buckshot LRG shirt.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that one.
that's in
that's
storage.
fire.
I was hoping that's what you were
Classic.
gonna say. I was gonna be like, I got it, but
Yeah, no, that's
but I still
that's
have that
that's
one.
fire.
Damn,
What a time.
I have
that
a
was a
picture of
time, dude.
Drawn. I have a picture of Drawn, and he's wearing that like
The
baby
baby blue
blue
one?
LRG. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then in the background on the wall is where I wrote Lost Spoken, and it was at one of our shows, I think at the Brinks or something.
that's crazy.
But
Man,
I got that picture out in my room.
love it. I love it. Great
LRG, man.
times. What a time.
LRG,
LRG,
Great band.
I pass. You know what I
dude,
mean?
Woo,
LRG,
the
just
grasshoppers. What?
dude,
I
The
the
had the brown
grass.
ones.
grasshoppers, the crickets.
Dude,
Woo.
me and Calvin were
Yeah,
talking about this like this week, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
I had the brown ones because
yeah.
you traded or you gave them to me. I can't
Yeah, I
remember,
gave them
but
to you. The Kenny, it
That's
was the
and
low
tight.
top Kenny Anderson ones.
they had the pocket and
They
the
had the
tongue.
Yep.
stash pocket and the tongue.
Yeah, that was
Yes,
the hood.
sir.
Yep.
Yep, so that's the
Shout
ones
out
I
to
had.
Copeland Sports, Clackamas Town Center.
Woo!
We would go on that
Copeland
bitch and
Sports,
run it
man.
up. We would run it up, bro. That was such a cool time. You just got the skate
Dude,
video in the back. Fools could steal a
Yeah.
BMX if they want to. Whatever.
so tight.
Like, great time.
Shout out to Copeland Sports. That's so
Big shout
sick,
out.
dude.
But hey, more Oregon talk. I mean,
More
Yeah.
they might have
Oregon
been
talk,
a
dude.
national, but
I don't know. I was
whatever.
bummed when when it was gone. There's one in the Tron and I'd always get my shoes there.
Yeah,
Good prices
Yeah.
great
too.
story. For real, great story.
And they had like a
Yeah, man.
rail just in there for people to skate if they wanted.
Yeah, yeah, it was sick. And iPads are back, like full fledged.
I
Like,
know. We
dude, we
looked
can
we
go on here
looked it up.
forever.
I was like, oh shit. Because I was like, bet you
Yeah,
can't get iPads now. I looked up. You can get all the iPads, except you can't
You're
get the
like,
ones that
oh,
I
there's
had.
one.
The ones that I had were the crickets, which I think are the smaller one, or like the low top joints,
woo,
and they were all hemp,
yeah,
and they
with the
had like a
black
little
like
like
toe cap and the strap. Those
no,
ones,
it didn't even have the black toe
not the
cap. It was
mid.
just
Okay,
all
okay,
hemp. It was a whole shoe was just hemp. Fire. And it had a little
yeah,
like red, green, and gold on it, like a little flag on
mm-hmm,
it on the tongue, I think it was, or I mean on the back of it.
That's
yep.
tight.
Those were
But
crazy.
yeah,
Those because that shoe. Basically, it just looked like an Air Force. It just looked like an Uptown. Like the mids, I
Exactly,
remember the
dude.
mids, the hemp ones, and they had the black toe cap and the black
Yeah.
heel. I swear, I
Yeah.
could be wrong, but I think either Kevin or Xavier had those. I know Xavier had the crazy costumes though. He had the Laker colorway
Yeah.
costumes. I'll never forget.
I would guess
Fire, man.
Kevin. If I had to guess, I would have guessed
Yeah,
Kevin
I
had them.
think Kevin had the cricket joints, and but then yeah, Xavier had the special times. High school, great time. Great shoes, great
Great
skate
times,
shoes,
dude.
just great everything. Oh my god.
MacGruber. Uh,
Yeah.
Bam. Would you take a ride?
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna say no. I'm scared the car's gonna blow up. I'm not taking that ride.
No, I'm not taking that right either, dude. Especially like kind of looks like Will Ferrell, or like it's a little confusing.
It's almost more MacGyver.
Looks like
Yeah,
Mr. Smith a little bit. Like,
yeah.
yeah. No, come on,
No,
right
I'm
now.
not
Okay,
riding in
we
that.
can go get 50% off iPads if you want. Just tell me what to
Yeah.
tell me what to steal. I'll steal anything in the world. Tell me what to steal. Nah, bro. No, sir, buddy.
No, thank you.
I'll pass. No, thank
Just
you.
give me 5 stars.
Oh shit.
I'll do whatever you want. Just give me
Please.
5 stars, please. Please. You okay? Are you okay? Oh,
Oh
Oh, dude.
shit. Oh
fantastic.
shit.
Fantastic,
I'd
man.
watch that show though. It's like MacGruber got kicked off the fucking force or the whatever, and now he's just
Hmm.
driving around, driving Uber in LA.
He has
That
to
would be
make money.
crazy.
Yeah.
Make Uber.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll pick you fucking up. MacUber.
Man,
Oh shit.
make Uber. Well, yeah, that's crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
crazy.
Dude, awesome background.
That's good stuff. Well, shit. I'll smoke to that.
I smoke to that. I smoke to that. I smoke to that. I smoke to that. Alvin and Laws and F are back with a new episode of I smoke to that. I smoke to that. I smoke to that. I smoke to that.
And we're back, dude. Good smoke. Me and Lars got on the Countach tees. On the back, it says produced by Green Team. This is a single that we put out a long while back, but it's a cool song.
Yeah,
Cool
look
song.
it
We're
up.
just
It's
over
on
here.
all the streaming services.
Yeah, we're out here just promoting the shit out of our music this episode. So,
We got to.
DSPs everywhere,
We
everywhere.
got
yeah,
to.
dude. Exactly.
Got pink lights.
Listen to the Bathlete.
Yeah.
Go to your Spotify's or Apple Music's or your freaking
Yeah, go to
wherever.
listen to all of our stuff collectively.
I was
Whatever.
gonna say, you got to start plugging all the stuff, like if there's shows or anything. That way people won't miss it.
Listen to everything. Yeah, we're doing a show, Shady Pines Festival, July 17th on the Rainbow Stage, 5:45 p.m. Come check us
Sick.
out. And if you're in LA, slide by Cowie's crib. Actually, don't do that. But make sure
What
the
the
weed's in
hell?
hand. Make sure the weed's in hand. Give him some weed. Give him
Hold
some
on,
weed.
dude.
Keep your name out of his mouth. All right.
Slide by his crib.
Keep his
Those are the
name out of your
best.
mouth.
Oh,
And
Hold
then
on.
if you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
laws on the block, same thing. Give him some weed and keep his name out of your motherfucking mouth, man. That's it.
Oh.
What's up? That's what I want. That's the perfect world I want to live in.
That's where I'd like to be. Oh,
That's
that
all.
was
You
funny,
you
dude.
said July 17th or
Yeah,
June
July
17th?
17th.
July. Okay.
July.
Hey, I just wanted to make sure. I'm trying to be there.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
He's
Yeah,
like,
July
he's like,
17th.
well, fuck you guys.
I'm going
10
home.
episodes, 10 episodes deep.
Big number
What are we
10, Big
watching?
10.
Big Ten. What are we watching next week before we
All
we
right.
call it quits? What
All
y'all feeling
right.
for next week?
So I think we should go with Fifth Element.
Fifth Element.
I don't want to watch that. What else should we watch?
You pick.
Uh, I think I want to watch a movie that's got like Bruce Willis in it.
Okay.
And maybe like it's like funny, like a comedy, kind of a comedy, but like an action, but it's like sort of sci-fi.
Kind of in the
And maybe it's got
future.
could be like in the future, and it's like got like Chris Tucker maybe in it. Like what movie is that one?
Uh,
I forget. Is that
sounds
Die
like
Hard?
Fry Hard to me. That's Fry Hard, dude. That's Fry Hard, player. You trying to watch Fry Hard? I
Yeah,
see.
dude. I'm down to watch The Fifth Element. Let's do that.
There it is.
Uh, hell yeah. Well, shit, man. We'll be watching The Fifth Element next episode, or watch The Fifth Element, and then we'll be talking about it. I'm freaking stoned to the bone. Been another episode of I'll Smoke to That. Fuck you, dude.
I'll shoot. Tell me where to shoot. Tell me where to shoot. Tell me where to shoot.
I spoke to that. I spoke to that. Gathering all sin and far back with a new episode of I spoke to that. I spoke to that. Oh!
Doug.
Yeah. Tug tag. Guys, are you alive?
Guys,
No,
you like
no.
everybody okay?
And then
Oh
like
my God.
three different times in the beginning, he just like screams.
Yeah, that's what I wanted
Yeah,
to touch on. Just like
yeah,
taking all those like action hero or just action movie screams for no reason.
yeah.
Then a fast cut to the next scene.
Damn it. I forgot to pull out this
Crazy.
background.